In April 2026, the atmosphere across Barcelona reached a fever pitch. The domestic season was entering its final weeks, and the city was preparing for a weekend that could decide the title. 100 kilometers away, Real Madrid just dropped 2 points in a frustrating draw against Girona. Suddenly, the door was open for Barcelona to take complete control of the race. The math was simple. With Madrid stalling at 70 points, a victory for Barcelona over their city rivals, Espanyol, would push them to 79. That creates a 9-point cushion with only 7 games left to play. In the locker room, this match was viewed as a championship matchball. Winning here meant the domestic title was effectively secured. Securing the league at home against a bitter rival is a dream scenario for any manager. But taking those 3 points required a massive gamble on the health of the squad. The problem was the calendar. In exactly 72 hours, Barcelona was scheduled to face Atletico Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. They were currently trailing 2-0. Advancing in Europe would require a high-intensity comeback that many doubted the starting 11 could handle twice in 3 days. Hansi Flick had to balance 2 competing objectives, securing the domestic league now or saving his best players to mount a rescue mission on Tuesday. Flick made his choice. When the team sheet was released, Robert Lewandowski, Marcus Rashford, Joao Cancelo, and Dani Olmo were all on the bench. He was entering a title-deciding derby with his 4 most dangerous players on the sidelines. This decision placed the success of the entire season on a heavily rotated squad and an 18-year-old playmaker. Over 80,000 fans filled the Camp Nou to see if Flick's makeshift lineup could actually hold its own in a high-pressure local derby. Flick adjusted his midfield to account for the missing starters. He moved Gavi into a false left-winger role, using the midfielder's natural aggression to control the tempo from an unfamiliar area of the pitch. The offensive burden fell to Lamine Yamal. In his 100th La Liga appearance, the 18-year-old was expected to run the entire attack without the support of the veteran superstars. He validated the manager's trust within minutes. Yamal delivered a curving corner kick that bypassed the defense and landed perfectly in the path of an oncoming attacker. The goal scorer was Ferran Torres. For a striker who hadn't scored in 13 matches, it was the moment his season finally reignited. The second goal was even more impressive. Yamal used the outside of his boot to send a trivela pass slicing through the defensive line, finding Torres for his second goal of the half. That strike gave Torres 61 goals for Barcelona, moving him past club legend Johan Cruyff on the all-time scoring list. Flick's offensive plan was working exactly as intended. But the derby atmosphere shifted in the second half. Espanyol, in their historic yellow kits, began to exploit the lack of cohesion in Barcelona's rotated defense. In the 55th minute, the comeback began. Espanyol's Pol Lozano found a pocket of space inside the penalty area as the Barcelona center-backs failed to track his run. Lozano fired a powerful strike into the corner. The score was now 2-1, and the energy in the stadium turned from celebration to anxiety. One more mistake would erase the 3 points. If Barcelona drew, they would lose the 9-point lead that Flick had risked everything to build. Flick had to react. He brought on Marcus Rashford for the final 30 minutes, forcing the team to pivot from resting players to purely surviving the match. A manager's reputation is built on the initial strategy, but his survival depends on the speed of his reaction when that strategy begins to fail. Barcelona's defense held. They endured a frantic final 10 minutes to secure the 2-1 win and collect 3 vital points. This win changed the trajectory of the title race. The 9-point lead created a cushion that Real Madrid likely cannot overcome with only 7 games remaining. Flick also achieved his secondary goal. His top scorer, Robert Lewandowski, watched the entire match from the bench and is now fully rested for the Champions League clash on Tuesday. A championship title is built through months of managing fatigue and workload. Elite football functions through calculated resource management. It rewards the manager who benches his top scorers under pressure, provided his youngest talents are capable of holding the line.